Welcome to the Cabral Concept, where board-certified naturopath and integrative health practitioner Dr. Stephen Cabral shares how he was diagnosed at the age of 17 with a life-altering illness and given no hope for recovery. It was only after studying and traveling all over the world did he discover how to combine ancient Ayurvedic healing practices with state-of-the-art naturopathic and functional medicine to fully rebalance the body and re-energize it with life. It's time to discover how to get well, lose weight, and finally feel alive again. And now, here's your host, Dr. Stephen Cabral.
Welcome back, everyone. Great to have you here today. Excited to get into another Mindset and Motivation Monday, one of my favorite shows of the week. You know that. And one of the reasons why I love doing these shows so much, especially on a Monday, and I can see now in the podcast world, it's certainly started to catch on with a lot of motivational-based shows to start the week. And the reason is that no matter how your weekend went, or how maybe well or poorly last week went, you have the ability to literally start fresh each and every week. And the amazing thing about that is that we don't have to dwell on what we weren't able to accomplish last week or what went wrong last week. This week really can be a new week. Today can be a brand new day, even no matter what happened yesterday. So if you fell off the wagon, as they say, in your diet or your exercise routine or your career, your study, whatever it might be, today is a new day, and every day really can be that way. And that's why I love being able to, at least in part, hopefully a little bit of what I've learned over the years in terms of mindset. It's not just about motivation. Motivation's great, but it's what are you doing with that motivation? And because, motivation is fleeting, right? It's like, okay, you can start the day strong and you eventually get tired, you get stressed out, you get worn down from everyone else's wants and needs that they come at you with. But the truth is that mindset, though, is going to allow you to do the things that you need, that you know that you need to do, even when you don't want to. I want to repeat that one more time. Really, success and mindset has to do with developing the right mindset to do the things that you know you need to do to become a success even when you don't want to. That's really what separates those people that become successful in anything. Again, relationships, spirituality, body transformation, health, career, etc. The only thing that separates them is consistency. So you just have to do things even on the days that you don't want to. That's the hard part, right? So I can even think about exercise. I mean, this is literally going back to a whole day ago. That's it. I said to myself, it'd be so much nicer, so much easier to just maybe skip that because I was doing some cardio. Cardio is not my favorite thing in the world, but I know that it's really dramatically improving my anti-aging biomarkers. And so, how can I say, no to the data? The data is not lying. It's like when I do it, it improves my heart rate variability, my resting heart rate, my sleep. It's like, okay, well, but it's not my favorite thing to go out there for a endurance-based run. And yes, I do my strength training, my high-intensity interval training, my sprint interval training, but there are that aspects to cardio that I talk about. And it would have been easier just to say, you know what, no need to go out for that. It was a 25-minute run. No need to go out for that 25 minutes. You're so much more comfortable right now, but it's about doing the things. It's about the future benefits, not necessarily the benefits right now. So today's topic, though, is so much deeper, though. It goes over, this is something that's been around for 50 years, but not a lot of people know about it. So it's studied in neuroscience. It's called the Raikov effect. It's from Vladimir Raikov and his partner. And they were a Russian neuroscientist, which is Vladimir Raikov, and his partner, which his name escapes me right now, is from, I believe, the Czech Republic. So what they did was they actually looked at the ability to change your mindset into that of someone that is already successful. And this was actually, I thought, pretty remarkable. I just learned about it over the last couple of years. However, a lot of what I've been doing over the past 20 years has been based within this same science. And that's what I want to share with you here today. Because the truth is this: everything that you want to accomplish has most likely already been accomplished by someone else. And that doesn't demean or dismiss your goals because you want them for you. You don't want them necessarily for the other person. So let's say, okay, you want to be in a great relationship. Someone has already achieved that, right? You want to have enough finances, enough wealth. Okay, someone's already achieved that. You want to have a career that you're passionate about. Someone's already done that, right? What about body transformation? Of course. What about health? Yes, anybody, if you're suffering from any autoimmune issue, any gut-based issue, any mood issue, any skin rash issue, any joint pain issue, any fatigue issue, you name it, someone has had the same thing and they've overcome it. Again, it doesn't demean or dismiss what you're going through. It's actually beneficial. It's like, okay, someone's already done it. There's a blueprint for this. There's enough blueprints that you're going to be able to figure it out. So really it's, well, if someone already has the blueprint, how can I get that? Well, typically the absolute fastest way to success, that's why it's hiring a mentor, hiring a coach. It's doing the direct thing with the direct person has already achieved that goal for you, for themselves or someone else. That without a doubt, I mean, there will never be a faster way to shortcut success. If you want to become a great health coach, you intern or you take a certification or program with a doctor that's already doing what you want to do, or other health coach, other practitioner. If you want to become a great personal trainer, you study under great personal trainers. You don't just read the textbooks, that matters. But you want to study and do the exact same programs as the person that's already getting people the results, right? Let's say you want to lose 100 pounds. You want to work with a nutritionist, personal trainer, health coach, IHP, etc., that has already helped people lose 100 pounds. You don't want to be the first person that they've worked with to lose 100 pounds. Not that they can't help you, but you might as well go right to the expert who's already helped someone lose 100 pounds, right? They already have that system. They have the formula. They know what works for people. There will never be a faster way than that. Okay. But sometimes you can't afford to work with the mentor or the coach or whatever it might be. So the next best thing, though, is their program. Typically, they're going to give you a less expensive option, an online book or blueprint, or even the Cabral Concept podcast. We give you all of the information because we want to open source this. I don't believe that that people should necessarily be charged for the information per se. When there's obviously a team of people that are helping to get that out, there is obviously a cost to that. So you have to charge something. But a lot of things you can give away for free. My book, The Rain Barrel Effect, it's essentially free, literally essentially free. It's just what it costs to print that book. And then if there is profit left over, we donate that to charity. 100% goes to charity. This podcast, again, free. So you give as much as you can, but then usually there's some charge, right? Some exchange for the information. Now you can get that again. You can hire a coach, you can hire a mentor, etc. But then there's one more piece on top of that. They can give you the plan, but then you need the accountability. So where's the accountability going to come from? That's super important. Okay. So I'm just giving you the blueprint here. Okay. Get the formula for change, hire the mentor, the coach, buy the plan, whatever it is, the protocol, etc. Now, who's going to keep you accountable? That's why, again, a personal trainer, a health coach, IHP, it's invaluable because you need to get to your goal. And sometimes you have off days. And, when you're working with someone, they can certainly help that come to fruition a whole lot faster. But of course, you can team up with your partner, your spouse, a friend, a workout buddy, whoever it might be. And when you're down a little bit, you lean on them. When they're down a little bit, they lean on you. That's a great thing. In college, I always talk about it. My buddy Jesse, from my sophomore year of college through my senior year, we went to the gym 4 times a week, every single week. Really, whether I wanted to or not. Usually he was always gung-ho. I was dealing with a lot of health issues, and many of you know my story, and it was very difficult for me to make it to the gym a lot of the days because of debilitating fatigue and swollen glands and all sorts of issues, right? And also, being a young teenager and 20-something-year-old and staying out a little too late the night before, and my buddy Jesse was much better at that than I was. I was a late bloomer, I think, but I grew up fast with that debilitating illness. It taught me a lot, and I'm grateful for it now that I'm completely healed. But you do need an accountability partner, super important. All right, but then if you have those two things, this last part is the deciding factor, and that's mindset. The mindset, I'm going to give you the actual formula here right now, but the mindset is what allows you to actually keep the results. Because how many people do you know that have gotten results and then they faded backwards? They lost the weight and then they gained it back. They got healthy, then they got sick again, right? They got into a great relationship, but then they kind of let it fizzle. Literally so many people that happens to. And it's because you don't already begin to take on the mindset of the successful person. Meaning if you hire a mentor, part of it is you get the blueprint for them, but you also want to take on their mindset. You need to already, and I have a lot of Mindset and Motivation Monday shows that I do hope that you go back and listen to, because the secret to achieving is really the believing, the feeling of already having done it. I can't go too deep on that today, but you need to take on that mindset. So that is really what the Raikov effect is all about. It is basically taking you and instilling you into the mind of that more successful person that you want to be. Now, it can be an actual person from history or someone that you know now, right? A role model. And it allows you to basically step in. If you've studied neurolinguistic programming and heard about it before, it allows you to step into that circle where then you have the talent, skills, knowledge, charisma, confidence of that person that you want to be. You then embody that yourself. That now becomes you. And that is the ultimate key to success. So let's go over the steps on how to do that. It's a 7-step process. Now, I've talked about this before with the conversations with Cabral, with my personal, let's call it I call him a mindset coach, right? Performance coach, mindset coach. I really love being able to try to push myself to the limit. His name's Elliot. I'll link up the show. Why don't I do that? It was a previous podcast I did. And he does a very specific type of hypnosis. This is step 1, hypnosis and deep trance. Okay. So when I first started working with Elliot, he was a referral from a colleague of mine who I had also heard his name before. He's like literally the top. He's like the number one, hypnotist, you could say, out there, but it's so much more than hypnotherapy. So let me share with you what that is. So in hypnotherapy, what you're really trying to do is just get into a relaxed state. A lot of stage-based hypnotherapy for fun, they try to get you to believe that you're a chicken, right? And walk around and act like a chicken. But that's not really what hypnotherapy is about. And I didn't know anything about it when I first started working with Elliot, talking with Elliot. And I said to him, listen, I've been to hypnosis-based shows. I don't think that I'm that suggestible. I don't think that I'm going to be able to get into some type of hypnotic-based trance. And he's a really like gentle guy. And he said, that's not what it's about. He said, all I need you to do is to get into a more relaxed state. And so whenever we work together, all I do is I'm closing my eyes and I'm getting into a relaxed state. That is step number 2. You need to begin to let down your defenses. That's where the relaxation starts. So a lot of people say, well, I won't be able to do hypnosis. Well, I'm going to actually link up his app, which I believe is free. So I'll link that up below in the show notes. All show notes today are at episode 1970. StephenCabral.com/1970. I will link up Elliot's app. I'm pretty sure it's free. So you just get into a relaxed state. Okay. Now you call it meditation if you want. Okay. You could do meditation. So even if you can't purchase an app, you're going to get into a meditative-based state, okay? So that's your state, okay? You don't need to be you don't need to be hypnotized in any way. What you're doing right now is step 2. You're letting your defenses down. Okay, so what does that mean? It means that you're going to then just be a little bit more suggestible, right? You're going to allow new information to enter your brain without the conscious brain saying, no, that's not true. No, that's not true. That's not me. I can't be that. No one in my family has ever achieved that. No, right? It has to allow new information in. So that's step 2. Now that your defenses are down, we need to move into step 3. What is step 3? Step 3 is the actual visualization. Okay, so what are we doing here? We're now visualizing who we want to be. Specifically, what we want to achieve, what we are capable of, what that looks like, okay? So you want to be someone, let's say, that's able to follow through on an exercise plan, okay? Well, that's really what we're looking at. We're visualizing ourselves actually smiling in the gym, working out, meeting maybe friends there, so start to visualize that end-based product. Number 4, part 4, is the suggestions of how they would be able to become more like that happy, smiley person in the gym working out. So it could be that they call and sign up to meet with a complimentary consultation with their personal trainer or their nutritionist, or they go online, they find a workout buddy, and they're going to do virtual workouts together. So they're going to start to think like the person that's already been successful, right? They're just taking that first step. It can't be a very difficult first step. It's the first step is say, hey, this is how you can actually achieve that. 1, go visit the gym. Just take a tour. Really low barrier to entry, right? Like super low barrier to entry. If you already joined the gym, great. Maybe just meet with a personal trainer for a complimentary consultation. Most personal trainers do complimentary consultations because you just want to see if it's a good fit. If they have the right personality, if they have the right program for you. That's step 4. Step 5 is reinforced positive thinking. So what Vladimir Raikov did was he helped people think positively about being the person that they wanted to be like. So what did that mean? You can start to pull out a part of you that's not dissimilar already to that person. Could you see yourself going, or is there a time in the past where you've been able to go to the gym? Okay, you might see that there was. If there wasn't, okay, is there a time in the past that you took up a new activity, a new hobby, a new part of your life that you were able to then follow through on for a half hour, let's say, 4 times a week? And then you say, oh yeah, there was. I was able to take this class, do this, do that. Fantastic. Now, do you see how you might be able to take that same half hour and now make that as part to going to the gym? So you start to just reinforce that positive thinking. And then step 6 is the believing. So it's now saying, okay, this is the person that I want to be. This is the first step that I need to take. This is how I've achieved that in the past with something else, not dissimilar, just, carving out that time, making it happen. I wanted it to happen in this area before. Now I'm transferring that to here, this area now. Okay. So we're starting to believe this can happen. And the 7th one is this, is we're saying, how can we model what the person that's successful has done in their own life? And that's really what we're working up to. Here's the successful person. Here's their skills or talents, traits. This is what I want to be like. I can see myself already doing that. Here's the first step. I'm breaking down some of the barriers to actually achieving that. I'm saying, oh, okay, I've achieved that in some other area of my life, maybe not the same exact area. I'm starting to believe that this can actually happen. And now here is the game plan. My mentor, my coach, this role model, they go to the gym 4 times a week, Monday, Tuesdays, Thursday, Fridays, for a half hour. Maybe it's first thing in the morning. Maybe it's a half hour during the lunch break. Maybe it's a half hour as they end the workday before they go home. But that's what they do. Okay, that's what I'm going to model as well. I'm going to do the same thing. Oh, okay. They do, let's say, a full body workout on Mondays and Thursday with weights. And then on Tuesdays and Fridays, they do cardio or sprint interval training. Okay, well, then that's what I'm going to do as well. So you're basically then modeling the plan saying, listen, I can see myself doing it, and I'm following a successful blueprint. Now think about that. Your goal may not be exercise, but maybe it's like what we do inside of Integrative Health Practitioner Institute, helping people create a part-time job or a full-time job as a health coach. Well, what are we saying? We're saying, listen, you don't need to go overboard in the beginning. You need a half hour a day, Monday through Friday, and you'll make it through the module. That's it, a half hour. So where can you get that half hour? Well, maybe it's 15 minutes in the morning before the rest of the family wakes up and 15 minutes before bed, right? But you can make it happen with a half hour a day. Well, let's take another area. What about now let's get another one in here. Let's say for overall weight loss, okay? A lot of people want to lose weight. They want to get healthier. So what are they saying? What are they doing? What are they thinking? Well, say, okay, well, what's the main thing that I need to do? I need to change my nutrition. Okay, if you haven't changed your nutrition yet, that's at least where you need to start first. Okay, let's go back to that half hour a day. How do the most successful people lose the weight and keep it off with nutrition? They keep things super simple. Almost nobody tells you that, but you need to keep it super simple. So you're almost eating identical meals. Yes, you can switch ingredients, all that, Monday through Friday or Monday through Saturday, and doing one flex meal on the weekend. So what you're doing is you're meal prepping, or you're at least coming up with the recipes for the week, and every breakfast is pretty much the same. Lunch, okay, these are the different spots that you go to. You'll rotate out your lunches. Okay, then you'll rotate your dinners, but it always looks like 2 vegetables, 1 main protein, and a healthy fat. So you're just kind of rotating through, and you're coming up with a system that allows you to be successful. So when I look at the Raikov effect, I look at it as what we've already learned in neuroscience. And a lot of it is from the neuroscientists from 50 years ago that have said, you need to put yourself in a more suggestive state. Hypnosis, again, I'll link up the different apps, to then letting down the walls and relaxing. And then just beginning to visualize what it is that role model is, that successful person is, starting to see yourself potentially in that already end state of smiling in the gym, on the scale, losing the weight, getting healthy with that perfect someone that you've been looking to meet in your life, enhanced spirituality, in your perfect dream job. It's any of those things. I mean, that's really what you're looking to do. And then you're feeling the positivity. You're saying, okay, I can do this. I can carve out the half hour a day. Remember, a half hour a day, you're going to be able to achieve most of the things that you want in your life over time. And then you say, okay, this is how I'm going to do it. This is the game plan. I'm telling you right now, if you use this plan, it will work for you. I would love to hear from you as to how it went. Of course, feel free to ask me any questions in the comments below, whether it's on Instagram, YouTube, or any other place. Hopefully this was helpful. Again, if it was, please do feel free to share this show with anyone you believe it could serve. Thank you so much for tuning into today's show. And before you go, I wanted to make sure that you knew about a brand new formula debuting this week over at equa.life. One of the best parts of my job, one of my favorite parts, is being able to formulate new products. What I do is I look for a need within our global health community. It's really the only reason why I formulate, as I say, okay, what are people asking for right now? Where is there a lot of confusion out there in the nutritional supplement space? And if possible, can I make the formula better? That is what's already out there right now. And that's exactly what we set out to do over the last year with our brand new daily mushroom immune support. So we've known for thousands of years, I mean, especially with traditional Chinese medicine, how beneficial mushrooms can be for the body. But the issue with a lot of mushroom-based blends, and it's not a bad thing, but the issue is that sometimes you're taking reishi or maitake or shiitake for the immune system, then you're taking lion's mane for brain cognition, getting rid of that brain fog, helping with concentration. Then you're taking another one, chaga and cordyceps, for energy and endurance. Then maybe you're taking some more turkey tail when you really need to boost the immune system. And a lot of times, a lot of people don't know the other types of mushrooms that aren't as well known. Something like agaricus that we decided to add to our blend, which can be amazing for a healthy cardiovascular system, which again is the #1 cause of mortality all around the Western-based world. So that's what we did. And we also said, listen, we can't make this just a little dusting of mushrooms inside of each one of these. So what we did was we added 225 milligrams of reishi, chaga, lion's mane, cordyceps, maitake, shiitake, agaricus, and turkey tail. 8 of the absolute best mushroom blends out there, and we put them into one particular formula. So you get all 8 mushroom benefits in one, and it's as easy as taking one capsule at each meal. That's all that you need to do, and you get all the benefits of those. So this is the product I've been looking to use myself for years, and luckily now I get to have that in my own supplement cabinet, and I hope that you'll do the same. That is why, too, I just want you to know, whenever we create a new formula, if it's possible, my team knows that I love to be able to give it away. So this is not an inexpensive product for us to make. We make products that are super high quality. So again, you're charging a nominal fee for a really high quality product, and this is $49.95. It's a great product. It's well worth it for what's that, about $1.50 or so per day. Well, we're giving you it completely free though. So all orders over $149 at EquaLife get a free bottle of daily mushroom immune support. You want to check it out. This is a limited quantity, 500 bottles. We're giving away completely free on all qualifying orders over $149 at equi.life. Take care, everyone. Hope you take advantage of this new product.